Hebrew Academy. And I think that she deserves some of the credit. And some of the credit goes to the teachers. But most of the credit goes to her parents.
I'm glad that it was finally feasible for me to be here this year, in particular because I recently became engaged to the wonderful gentleman who is seated next to me at this table. Our impending marriage has caused me to seriously consider child rearing for the first time in my life, which brings me to now reflect upon my experience at the Hebrew Academy. As you've already heard, I could be described as the school's most seasoned veteran because I spent 11 years here, longer than any other student in its history. I studied from kindergarten through 11th grade at the Hebrew Academy. And, to be honest, at the time, I wouldn't have expected it, but the school more than adequately prepared me for the academic challenges that lay ahead and enabled me to master them. Like Sharona Hoffman, I attended Wellesley College in Massachusetts, where we both excelled and received the distinction of Phi Beta Kappa upon the first cut from our class. From there, I went on to the Albert Einstein College of Medicine in New York, and ultimately to my current position as a psychiatry resident at Yale University. I continue to be surprised that coming from the Hebrew Academy, a tiny private Jewish day school that was new, relatively unknown, and constantly struggling to survive, I was so well equipped to compete with my peers who were graduates of the best prep and public schools in the country. I'm glad to see the Hebrew Academy finally prosper and receive the recognition it rightly deserves. It should have a reputation for academic excellence. However, we all know that despite the fact that scholastic achievements may be more visible, they are not what make the Hebrew Academy unique compared to other fine college preparatory schools. It is the combination of superb secular and Jewish education that does. By Jewish education, I'm referring to historical, cultural, religious, and Zionist aspects of Judaism. My religion, nationality, and culture constitute a much larger portion of my identity than my professional accomplishments do. Without them, my sense of self would be empty. A career could never fill such a void. I'm convinced that were it not for the Hebrew Academy, Judaism would not be as ingrained in me. For this, I am grateful to you, Rabbi-lipner, to my teachers and my rabbis. I would also like to thank my parents, who set a living example for me and reinforced the messages of the school. I wish to give my children the same upbringing and education I was so fortunate to receive. If David and I are not in Israel, I hope that there will be a Hebrew Academy for them. Should my parents be so lucky that David and I are living in San Francisco, one day our children will reap the benefits of the original, one and only Hebrew Academy of San Francisco.